In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
At the 33-yard line.
It's a sneak. Manning. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now a 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Here's Manning to throw. Over the middle to Evans. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Las Vegas. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. To throw is Manning. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Manning. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
3rd and 8.
To throw, it's Manning. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points without it.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 2nd down and a yard.
Bounds at the 40-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
He finds his man, complete. That's Moss. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Touchdown, Eagles! From 4 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 10-3. Just a 4-play drive that time. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, able to avoid him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Manning. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
6 yards.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now Manning. That'll be caught by Rice. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 8.
Now Manning. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So 2 quarters in the books here in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl 60 halftime straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Eagles.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
He gets it left side to Johnson. Second down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And It's going to be caught by Moss. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. They're going to look to throw. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free-possession game.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check out. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried to run through their entire defense if it meant.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
They have 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. 2nd down and 4. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Manning going to throw. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
47-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
42-yard line.
Play action. Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Manning. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And incomplete. Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Manning. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Manning. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. They've been right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked him.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off.
1st down, Eagles.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Gain of 19 yards. And an Eagle 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
29-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a 1st down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to play, as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. It's a big
Shotgun now for Manning. He completes it to Evans. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Manning. Short throw complete to Gronkowski. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now 2nd and 3. Manning now to throw. And again, he'll find Gronkowski complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Manning. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and
back to throw again. One last shot at the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. One final try now for Manning. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Commissioner Goodell making the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Philadelphia Eagles. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Garden saying good night from Santa Clara.
wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame, you wanted me to come running when you called my name, you wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends, me running off you on the porch crying. Girl,
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings.
Chasing me all night and then sleeping till noon. Gonna do what I do, girl. Hell no, it ain't you.